hivyo sasa kazi ingali binadamu.
Hi everyone, we're just waiting for the last 3 minutes and then we'll be good to go. Mr. George.
Hello there.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm amazing. It's great day.
Okay, better mute everybody. Mute all the people.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute everyone except everyone. So yeah.
Okay.
Dom, you and me, George, we're unmuted.
Hello.
Everyone else I have muted.
Okay, perfect. I see it. Thank you. How are you doing?
We're only yourself.
Great. Was quite busy this
Yeah,
day.
it's been extremely busy.
It's been a great day.
I see many people coming in and look forward to it. Hey, from Colorado. How are you? Greetings.
Up. Nice to see everyone.
Let's wait 3-4 minutes more.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
we can just go 2-3 minutes over.
I see David Brunenberg. David, how are you? Ik bel je wel een keer. I call you. That's an old friend. Who invite you?
George,
And
everyone feels like friends on here.
I have a lot of people here. I see people from India coming in. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, it's still early, so I'll give it 2-3 minutes more, and then we start. From Los Angeles, Brendan. Exciting time it is. Philadelphia, Colorado, Los Angeles. Greeting from Dubai, Caribbean, from Atlanta. Hi, Mike, Belgium. There are a lot of nationalities. Please post here where you come from so we can see it. It's amazing. We are quite international already, Nick. We haven't started yet. Thank you. Okay. I think it's time because it's now 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in South Africa. Guys, thank you very much. I see more than 60 personnel here, and I'm really, really happy that so many people are here. The key persons from this company, Dom, Nick, you both are here, but we're missing somebody. And I'm really sorry that he's not here, but he will be in the next Zoom without doubt, and that's Mr. Craig Stevens, our CEO. He had a small emergency, and he is not allowed. He cannot come in this Zoom now, but he will come really, really soon. Sorry. Making recording. Next time we'll re-record this Zoom, and we send it out. This not, and it's for privacy issues. We cannot record this one, but the next one, and it will be a Zoom several times a week from now on. And that one we can record it and we can post it on YouTube or wherever we want. But this time let's keep it private, and this is just for us, the first Zoom what we're going to do. First of all, thank you very much. I see people from all over the world. I'm really happy to see you all. So many people are coming in. I think if we start with you, and please tell us a little bit about your background and of Vara, obviously our main product and the key from this whole concept.
Thank you, George. A little bit of introduction about myself. I'm Dominic Wojkowicz. I've been a games developer for well over a decade now. I've been in the crypto space ever since it's begun. I've taken 5 studio titles to full launch, and I've worked with industry giants such as Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, and have been in the space for quite a while. This project that we're going to show today, which is Vara, is the culmination of 3 years of hard work, and it is part of our vision to build the world's best and biggest sci-fi video game, rivaling the likes of World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, or Horizon Worlds, which, as you know, is Facebook's metaverse game. So without further ado, let me show you all what we are working on. Let me know when you guys can see the share screen.
Yeah, we can. Well, yeah, now we can see it. Perfect.
Awesome. So this is Vara. This is our title screen where you enter the game. So this is our character creation screen. Now, for demo purposes, we've got kind of 3 pre-made characters, but in the full version of the game, you will have an avatar creation process here, where you will make your own avatar. You can make it look like whatever you want. You can make it look like yourself. You can make it look like a fantasy version of yourself. It's really about the player's expression. The clothes that the avatar wears are all going to be items and NFTs, which are tradable within the game. So let's just jump in as this character. As you can see here, this is our first planet. It's a very naturally rich planet with lots of vegetation and resources. This is the sort of planet a player would go to gather raw materials. So if I come over here to this rock, I can start mining it. All of these items that I gather while playing are NFTs or ERC20 tokens or even ERC1155. They're all tradable on blockchains and secondary markets. The items are also used inside the game to create various crafting components that are used to make ships and other higher tier items. All of these which take a lot of time to create and are part of the in-game economy, which kind of drives demand behind these various items. As this is a sci-fi game, here's our spaceship. The spaceship is also one of the tradable NFTs. The networkers will also get access to the ability to trade these NFT skins of these ships, and will get exclusive access to that. The best part about a space game is at any point you want to leave a planet, you can just tilt your ship up and it will leave into the atmosphere. First, we'll break through some clouds and eventually we'll breach into outer space. What you saw now was just a small island on one planet. In terms of scale, we intend to make hundreds of different planets that the players can explore, and in a very expansive universe, all massively multiplayer, of course. In terms of as you can see over here on my side, there's some asteroids, which is an asteroid field. The players can gather resources in these asteroids. You can see some of these blue crystals. One of the advantages to having all of these systems on the blockchain is that we can offer our users access to DeFi smart contracts, which can treat these virtual objects as derivatives or futures or financial instruments, which is very exciting. To talk a little bit about how we made this all possible and our secret sauce, we've developed a system called byte streaming. What byte streaming is it's an optimization of TCP/IP server communication protocols, where we figured out we could reduce an encrypted packet from about 2048 bytes to 16 bytes per packet. This reduction has created about a 140x reduction in server costs. Not only does that make us incredibly competitive from a cost perspective when compared to anyone else in the space, but it also means that these data reductions in this cost saving is incredibly low. So for example, we use about 3 megabytes per hour of gameplay to play this fully online, interconnected. You can see other people walking around, chat to them. And when you compare that to Netflix, which is using a gig an hour, which is over 1,000 megabytes, you can see how much more accessible this game is. Here we've just landed in one of our desert planets. While talking about accessibility, the game will be available on every single console you can imagine. So you'll be able to play Vara on PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, your iPads. You'll be able to play it on Android, iPhone, as well as VR and AR. So this desert that you can see right here is already in VR. So everything that you can see me walking around, you can imagine experiencing that in VR and being able to see everything. As we walk over here, we can see our galactic exchange. This would be where players would be able to trade crypto in game. This will have live crypto tickers, so you'll be able to see the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum and various other cryptocurrencies. You'll also be able to trade all your in-game assets, your NFTs, your ERC20 tokens, all on these live exchanges. This will all happen in-game seamlessly. At any point, you can open your wallet in-game and send yourself cryptocurrency if you want to, as you can see here. Another aspect is that players will be able to sell the bond on the Galactic Exchange. And to talk a little bit about how the bond works, the game is effectively free to play. You'll be able to try it out for free and explore certain planets and solar systems. But to access the full game and the premium version of the game, you'll need to purchase a bond, which is basically a tradable subscription, a month-to-month subscription that users can trade. The reason the bond is so important is it ties directly into our tokenomics. Effectively, 50% of the revenue generated from all bonds used, so that's all the subscription, 50% of all the subscription revenue to the game is used to support the tokenomics, where 1/3 of that is used to purchase tokens and deflate them, creating a deflationary token supply, and the remaining 2/3 is distributed to those who are staking the Vara token. It's a limited supply token and will deflate over time. And that kind of covers how the bond system ties into our tokenomics. The last thing that I'll show you before I pass to Nick is our networking world, which is an exclusive planet for the Star Horizons users, where they'll be able to meet with other people in this exclusive zone. This is where high-end lofts will be, and where a lot of the back-end functionality will also be embedded into the game, as you can see here with the back office and downlines. But yeah, that more or less concludes the demo section of the presentation, and I will pass to Nick.
Thank you, Dom. This is really amazing, because the people call it a game, but this is much more than a game for me. When I saw it the first time and seeing that in that open world which you've created, that we can meet other networkers or other people together and have a meeting and talk to each other in the near future, that's really, really incredible. It gives much more opportunities to everybody. Thank you very much for declaration for everything.
A pleasure.
Nick.
Yeah, George.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is a massively expansive world, and the short demo doesn't certainly do it justice in terms of the exciting things to come, I must say. And I'm going to obviously share my screen now as why we're here, which is obviously Star Horizon. Just to add that we're going to continue with these corporate calls weekly, as discussed. Got a lot of exciting things to show everybody on this call, and more to come over the coming weeks. Can't wait to show you what we've been busy with, what Dom's been busy with, what my team and the marketing side's been busy with. So I think without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. And then I think, George, what we also wanted to do was just to run everyone through the compensation plan, which I will do so after I've just given everyone a high level, just to recap for the guys that have been on this call before, but more importantly for the new individuals, just to recap in terms of the overall program, if I may.
Thank you.
Dom, just make me host again, bud.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Just gonna. Oh, sorry. I see there's quite a few more people. Just want to quickly let them just admit them into the room. Just going to admit them all quickly. So, without further ado, I'm just going to share my desktop, and excuse me if I'm looking to the side, so that I'm able to cover the side view from my perspective. If everyone can see my screen, I mean, this is the big excitement in terms of how we've merged the gaming layer, which is Star Vara, with the networking layer, Star Horizon. And Star Horizon, as you've seen from what Dom showed you in that short demo of the open world, this is really the exciting part. It's around network open world experience that has the exclusive rights to sell Star Vara at the universe. So as we're creating these access packs, and just to say to everyone, we're in, believe in stealth mode. We're going through a phased rollout of onboarding customers onto Star Horizon network, and this is really creating a limitless earning potential in terms of bringing the Web 2 and the Web 3 led NFT, DeFi, and game protocols together. So what you've seen in terms of Star Horizon and Star Vara, this is really what's making Star Vara unique, in that it's a massively multiplayer real-time open world, and the team have been hard at work over the last 3 years creating this magical space exploration universe for gamers, and obviously for networkers to participate in through the Star Horizon platform. So really where this has come together, and what excites me, is the ability for us as networkers to be able to have a digital persona in the various classes that are available within the Star Vara network, but more importantly, that's also available and transcends into the Star Horizon world. And what does that mean? That means that you're an extension of your physical self within this open world. George was down at our head office not too long ago, George, it seems like a lifetime ago, and really got to experience what is going to be a culmination of a really unique back office experience. So for the first phase, we're onboarding through a light onboarding flow with our application on the mobile phone, and that's really going to transcend into this open world experience, whereby we're able to not necessarily have these Zoom calls anymore like this. We're definitely going to be having them in this open world experience. That is really the exciting part. So as you're traversing in this open world from a networking perspective, you're going to be able to interact with everyone around you, and you're able to then interact them seamlessly through the back office tools that are going to be made available to you, and you're able to obviously access all the various other components that we're going to be adding in the future, which is very, very exciting. From there, it's really around ubiquitous access. So we're going to make available access, if you have them, the VR headsets, George, where we are walking around in these rooms and having these events in this virtual space, and then really making sure that it's cross-platform compatible. So, Dom spoke about the accessibility from a data perspective, which is really encouraging. This is not an expensive back office to run. You're able to actually experience everything at a low cost entry point. So that's very encouraging. And certainly if we had a step back, and I'm sure everyone on this call kind of has a sense of how big the gaming industry, but if we merge that with the networking layer, we really have a massive business opportunity that we are going to be able to offer from a Star Vara perspective, and further that from a Star Horizon point of view. And why is that so? I think this is really important in terms of, showing where Vara is stacking up against its competitors in terms of the ability to offer a multitude of different components that's not only going to make the game exciting and enticing for gamers, but certainly from a networking perspective. Everyone asks this question, but we're networkers, we're not necessarily gamers. And I'm going to tell you why that is now not necessarily true and not necessarily the case going forward. And why is that? Is because gaming revenue has moved into the space where it's not so much about buying the actual virtual game anymore as a once-off. They're moving into this cosmetic space whereby games are generating massive amount of revenue from accessing digital NFTs and content, digital assets that the gamers are utilizing within the game. So how's that working? That means that gamers are spending time accumulating these assets for which then have value, and we're making these available for the first time from a networking perspective. I see Dom's looking at me because we're always arm wrestling in terms of what I'm making available for the Star Horizon team. And certainly it is definitely around these cosmetics and what their in-game value is going to bring for the network. So it's really around how we're merging these worlds together. In order for us to obviously offer a compelling solution in terms of networking, I think what we're all waiting for is the instant payout piece, and that certainly is going to allow for you to have access to your funds. It's all going to be managed via the blockchain through our smart contracts, contracts, and that's going to really allow for you to have ease of use in terms of accessing your funds, the sale of the packs, the earning of your SP points, and then having access to your funds. Dom just mentioned one component of what is exciting to come. Can't wait to show you guys this more in terms of node staking. I'm really seeing it as this kind of like a magnetic field that is supporting the infrastructure, Dom, of the whole Star of our world, and this is going to give you access to the keys to the smart contract for which you're going to be able to stake Vara tokens and earn a ongoing return both on a Vara token perspective and also on a dollar basis. So that's really exciting, certainly around this earn program that we put together and the smart wallet technology, which is now seamlessly giving you that experience. When you need to, you can then access the crypto layer. From an economy perspective, just to step back and give everybody a very basic overview. Why is the gaming economy so important? Because it's working, as Dom's already said, off a bond system. This is allowing access for the gamers to build the economy, and certainly helps us from a network perspective in terms of having a very vibrant token economy from which we're able to earn Vara tokens that are already being built into the packs from $100, $400, $1,000 pack. You'll notice when you're onboarded, there was various Vara token vouchers that will be available to you in your D app. So that's very, very encouraging. Deflationary economy on the basis of a limited supply. So great from a tokenomic perspective. What does it mean in terms of where we're going? Captioning, keeping it simple here, George, the KISS here, the power of 5, certainly around product. It's really the love of the game, which I'm hoping that everyone's going to love as we roll it out, and I'm sure they will. It's the commission, so it's all around the money. And then it's the recognition. So it's not only around physical recognition, because it's a virtual experience. Very excited to have it in the virtual world, and you'll see as we roll out the recognition features, as you climb in rank, you're going to see your lapel change in your virtual avatar. So there's going to be some very exciting components that we're going to roll out in the next phases. Certainly in terms of incentives, it's highly competitive, we believe, in terms of what we've created. And then the social aspect of it, that it's allowing for you to be an extension of yourself within this digital world. So on the one hand, it's all that excitement. On the other hand, I'm just going to touch on these 5 points, George, and then we'll go into the actual presentation on the compensation plan for everyone to see. We have a velocity bonus. That is a fast start bonus, and I'll go into the details thereof. We then have, obviously, the standard binary star bonus, which is your points that you're accumulating and growing your network. There's a matching bonus, which gives you an incentive to match at a certain level, which is really exciting. I love the ascension pools. It's giving you incentive as you're growing and the ability to earn from the different pools as you grow in rank and stature. And then my favorite is really around the horizon bonus. And this is around the digital assets that are going to be available to you as you climb in rank within the program. So certainly something else I wanted to touch on, which I'm very passionate about. This is the first time that individuals are going to be able to see this, and it's included in our offering in the next phase 3 and phase 4. We're really looking to also have something that we can feel good about in terms of building Star Horizon, and that's going to be an offset that we will talk to you in weeks to come in terms of carbon offset. So I'm quite excited about this, saving the planet at the same time we're networking and building our network. So that's very encouraging. What is in the loot boxes that you're seeing when you're buying your access packs? So I can tell you, we've looked in terms of a variety of items that you're having access to. So you're able to access a lot of these cosmetics. And just for everyone on the call, why is it exciting? Because these actual items have real value within the Star Vara game. So imagine I'm getting the gold poofer jacket and that I want to sell to George because he's a big gamer. There's going to be hype around this gold jacket because it's a mythic jacket, and you're going to be able to set the price in months to come in terms of the value of that item. So very, very encouraging from that perspective. I can also tell you, even though we're in stealth mode, we're working with a number of brands, which, you know, if I just had to share a little bit about my background, I come from running some of the biggest ad agencies in South Africa and globally, and certainly leveraging that experience from an advertising, media, brand perspective. We're bringing you some great assets to come in terms of brand collaborations that are going to really have some great value, and limited items at that. So if we're working with some partnerships, there'll be some limited items and you'll be able to wear that as your avatar. So I'm very excited about that. From ship skins to space helmets, and that's what's certainly available to you. Another thing that just really wanted to touch on, keeping it just short here, is obviously the ability for you to be able to access these amazing digital realms, let's call them, where we can have virtual meetings and events can take place within this open world space. What is a space exploration open world universe without ships? And that's a big part of this. So you'll notice in the high-end pack, on the $1,000 pack and $400 pack, we've actually included a unique Star Horizon ship that is going to allow for you to have access to a greater universe, and they're all different attributes. So this is something that's going to be a big part of the trading economy in terms of growing your value. More importantly, from our perspective in terms of brand and corporate, and I can't wait to show you all the various assets that we've made available to you, is really looking at from how do we communicate a singular brand message? How do we make available the brand CI guides, the product CI guides, the brand overview guides? That is all available to you. We've made that publicly available. So as we bring out new video content, showcase content, user flow journey content, new assets from all of these social media assets to the brand guides, that's all available to you. So you always know what the company's saying and the way it's saying it, and certainly it's within the brand CI guide. So as we bring out new products over the coming weeks and months, certainly in terms of their packs, you'll have that content available to you to provide to your network and obviously to grow your network layer. So that's very encouraging from that perspective. Certainly then, if I may, just switch over presentations so that we can go through the compensation plan, if that's okay.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, if there are any questions, we can take them at the end of this. So, made available the compensation plan. I'm hoping that this is something that is exciting. You simple 5 things to remember: velocity bonus, star bonus points, your matching bonus, ascension pools, and a horizon bonus, which is the loot boxes and the digital assets. Just a caveat to start off with: these are your activation packs. A lot of discussion gone on behind the scenes around them. This is your starting point in terms of our pre-launch promotion in order to access Star Horizon. Can't wait to tell you in the coming weeks the different packs that are going to be available, how you're going to be able to access additional Star bonus points through the sale of these packs. So this is your pre-promotion packs. We've got on offer 3 packs, your moon-based pack, your planet pack, your solar system pack, and as I mentioned there, your Vara token vouchers, which has got a already established price at 30 cents. So effectively, for your $100 as part of this pre-promotional launch from our marketing offset, we're able to provide a token of that in terms of Vara token vouchers. So that's very exciting. Certainly in terms of the loot boxes, I've already shown you some exciting digital asset content that's going to be made available. As you'll notice when you're on board yourself through your D app, that content then will be made available to you, which is very, very encouraging. In terms of the ranks, this is going to be activated within the next coming days in terms of the ability for you to see your ranks. And as I've already mentioned, when you're able to walk in this open world, you're going to be able to see these different ranks come to life. So we've got a ranking system that has been generated from your lesser leg in terms of building out your SB points in terms of your total volume. So as you're climbing in rank, which is very encouraging to see, obviously, not only are you getting the status, which I'll show you now from the additional bonus incentives, but your lapel will change as you're interacting with other individuals within the open world environment. Certainly in terms of an encouraging fast start bonus, velocity bonus, this is going to take place within the next 14 days, whereby if you're activating 2 cells on your left, 2 cells on your right leg, you're then able to earn a bonus amount on the pack, on the pack that you're on. So for instance, because we're in the pre-launch phase, the upgrading of the packs will take place in phase 2. So for instance, if you're on a $100 pack or $400 pack, and then you sell 4 $400 packs, but you're on a $100 pack, after the 14-day period, when we launch phase 2, we're going to give you a period to then upgrade so that you can get that extended bonus. So just a caveat there, this is the pre-promotion, but we'll extend this for the individuals in order for them to be able to get the additional bonus amount once we've been able to allow for the upgrading of packs. So that's your velocity bonus. Great way to get incentivized in terms of your fast start. From a star points perspective, a typical binary setup, and this is also something that will appear to everybody within the next day or 2. We're tracking all the points, as you know. Just a caveat, we've moved this timeline 3 months forward. So, you know, very exciting that we're able to onboard everybody. And I know that we've had a few days of back and forth, but exciting to show you that there is SP points that are being generated now. And the accrual of these points is based on the sale of the package, and it's carried out on a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 basis. And pack 1 has got 60 points built into it, pack 2, 240, and pack 3, 600 in terms of the value of the points. Just to say, the payout ratio is on a 10-to-1. What does that mean? 10 SP points equals $1. Certainly, in terms of the matching bonus, this is where you're able to generate additional revenue in terms of being able to match rank. This starts at a commander rank, and very, very straightforward in terms of the payouts there. The matching bonus pays out 10% of the star bonus earned from any person on each level you've qualified to earn a check match from or matching bonus from. So very exciting in terms of how you're able to earn on the different levels, starting at commander. So once you rank onto commander at 25,000 SP points, you're able to benefit from the matching bonus. For me, the Ascension pool rank is very rewarding. We've created 4 different pools, and this is based on the different ranks in terms of the 4 ranks, the starting ranks, rank 4, 6, 10, and 12. And we've waived the minimum pack value to participate in the pools, as we were obviously in the pre-promotional phase. So as you may move up in pools, On rank 4, 6, 10, and 12, you're able to then generate a return based on being in these pools. And your first jump is then attributing a pull on the lower pool and on the top pool. So very exciting from that perspective. My favorite is the loot boxes on the rise and bonus. As you're climbing in ranks, we're really making a lot of value. I get excited about this because these are digital NFTs, and Dom spent the last 3 years working out the effect that this has on the gaming community. So at a lieutenant level, you're earning 3 loot boxes, and that could have some really valuable items in it, which then makes available for you to sell. So not only are you able to climb in rank, obviously earning from the rest of the plan, but have a real chance of earning some real value here. And at a chancellor level, let me just say, there's a loft. So yeah, there's some really great value here in terms of the compensation plan. So yeah, that's just a very high level for everybody. This documentation is all available as an open share. We've got your brand documentation, your product documentation, a full overview of the presentations that I've shown you now, along with a lot of video content, social media content, brand content that's been made available. And I just wanted to say thank you very much again for this opportunity. This is going to be a weekly event where you're hearing from us as corporate. My CEO and colleague, great friend, Greg Stevens, will be available from next week, and just can't wait to share more in the coming weeks. And thank you very much for making this possible.
Thank you very much, Nick. Just want to answer one question that I just saw in the chat. And the question was, when will be this game available? Dom, maybe you can answer that part?
Yeah, so essentially the networking world, which will allow people to start interacting with each other in a networking capacity, will probably be available in March, but the gaming experience on PlayStation and Xbox and the various consoles will probably come out in the next 12 to 18 months.
But just to caveat that, George, I mean, for us, and it's really around offering the value right from the beginning. So, we're going to have this expansive universe from within the next 3 months in terms of the open world networking layer, and we'll continue to roll out, those experiences from then. And then obviously, as we build out this expansive universe on Vara, will be available for gameplay.
Thank you very much. Just reminding, tomorrow we will have another Zoom and another different kind of link I will send to you. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Please go to your sponsor, the person that have invited you to this Zoom, and any question you have, he will or she will be attend you. And for any information they get and the answers, and if they're not, they know how to reach us. Other leaders will be next time also. I see Peter Blackwell. Peter, how are you doing? I didn't say hello to you, but if you want to tell something, the microphone is yours. If you want, we can open it for you.
Yes,
yeah, got it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I really appreciate this. Yeah, just a thing I wanted to point out as well. So, is there any updates? I know there's a lot of onboarding going on. So, is there anything we can mention on that side? What people can expect, today and later, as there's a lot of people that want to onboard and trying to onboard, and just the status on that, so people know.
No, absolutely, Peter. I mean, we're open for business. I understand there has been some teething issues with regards to some of the onboarding, and I can tell you this, and George can attest to this, and so can Dom. We're here for you in every way, and as we're picking up anything in terms of any breakdown in the communication from an onboarding point of view, we're here available to ensure that we make it happen for you. So we're open for business in terms of onboarding. I do apologize that there has been a few instances where we haven't got it right, and as I said, we're working tirelessly to ensure that it becomes a seamless process to ensure that there's not any frustration. But as of now, we're open for business.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Peter. Well, just to say thank you very much, everybody. I will send to the core leaders all the link for the Zoom tomorrow. We have a different Zoom link by then. There will be Zoom webinar.
Yes, it will.
And thank you very much. See you all soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.